Oh man, let me fix that. What's up, YouTube fam? It's Dark Angel's Journey, and I am Shakira or DJ. Maybe we should just go with DJ. I like that. Hey, okay, I was about to figure out a song for that. There's some set 90s or 80s song for DJ. I'm pretty sure there is. Anyway, sorry, I was trying to clean the camera off. Realized I was looking a little peaky and tried to put a ring light on and let's make sure my audio is working nice. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, good. Nobody's here, so let me do a little quick cleaning clean. Every time I've tried to clean, that's a little better. Yeah, there we go. I realized it was looking a little ridiculous. Anyway, so time to get back testing. Am I bright? I know, like Wolfie's not Wolfie. Bob's suggestion saved me, Wolfie. How you doing, man? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Yo, I've been like doing this for like the last 15 minutes, and I'm trying not to spend the whole of this backtesting session doing that. By the way, congrats, man. Welcome back. Wolfie in his house getting his trading on. Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. We might take breaks, but we always come back bigger, better, stronger, kicking ass and taking names. Go, Wolfie. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure you knew how excited I was for you, my friend. Just so you know. So that energy is just all for you right there. Just Wolfie, 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 Wolfie. Oh man. All right. Let me stop acting the fool. I mean, that's hard because I'm always acting the fool. Anyway, do anything fun this weekend, Wolfie, or just chilling? Chewing gum and funny thing, right? Like I brought the ring light up here thinking it would actually help me, but it's the settings that Bob um shared last week that's actually keeping it bright. I put the ring light on and everything just kind of went dark, and I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know what to do about this. I don't know what to do. Oh, so here is a fun fact, right? And let's get tiny. So you know how last year I was using the on-demand feature for Thinkorswim to do proper forward testing. Oops, may not move that. Would you believe that the damn thing actually I'm so for micros, right? It's hilarious. It is, hold on, I think I messed up myself. Hold on, let me fix myself here. Because I moved. Let me do a control Z. Can I do a control Z? There we go. Fix that. There we go. Messed up my own view. I was clicking on the wrong thing. Anyway, so learn that the on-demand feature for Thinkorswim for micros, and it's so random, but for micros, if you're using the perpetual contract, like MNQ and the exclamation point, the chart won't move. The chart won't move, but you can put a trade in, right? You can like set the limit orders. It doesn't do anything, but you can set the limit orders. But what you have to do instead, though, is use the specific contract for this for the quarter, and then the candles will move. But guess what you can't do? You can't set limit orders. I have put in a request because I'm like, guys, you're killing me, Smalls. I'm trying to work on my MNQ trading in the platform, and you're limiting me hardcore, like hardcore. So salty. Can't explain to you how salty. Anyway, um, So I have this exercise I need to get through. 3 years worth of Power of Three, just reviewing the New York session, getting comfortable with how price moves and how it tends to repeat and things like that. Like, and I've got to say, like, it's been really, really, really helpful. Like, just doing forward testing this week has helped me to decide on, oh, well, this. Right? I think it's bad coding because I guess a lot of people don't use the on-demand feature for the micros, so they just didn't bother to like make it work, right? So what I said, look, I'm trying to use it. So if you can send that back to the developers so they can fix it, I would greatly appreciate that because rude. Because I would be doing once I start doing my hindsight or like backtesting of the strategy um, practice, I was going to use it, but I can't unless I just want to, just use it and then just put lines like here, this is where I would put my entry, this is where I would put my TP. I kind of want to get comfortable, like right clicking, going through the whole flow in the platform, but I guess it's not necessary, but it just made me feel comfortable. Ginger tea, y'all. Ginger tea. Really hot ginger tea. Oh my God. What have I done? Anyway, so I'm about a year and I'm up to September here. So let's like dig in because it's so helpful. Also, I did not realize that my old laptop, because it had such low um specifications on it, made streaming really, really like terrible. So I've noticed that every time I stream with the new laptop, the connection is just excellent. And I'm just like, okay, I'll take it. All right, let's dig this puppy forward here. I'm up to September, I think 3rd or so, 2024. So let's dig over and let's do some more of this because no joke, like it's really, really, really been so helpful. So helpful in understanding price movement. And some days it's just trash, Some days it's just trash. But look at this scenario, right? Like, it's not quite consolidation, if I'm being completely honest with you. Like, I would call this small little area here consolidation. We're just going sideways with price. We opened and we basically manipulated up and then shifted down very nicely. And this would have given us, a small opportunity for a short, about 100 points. I mean, it's pretty good, for a short before we do a similar thing for the PM. We had like a little consolidation here. We swept it out, manipulated, shifted up, and then gave an opportunity in the PM for longs as well. I wouldn't say it's the cleanest, but it's not terrible. Ugh. So this is just like a slow climb up this whole time. So I wouldn't call this any kind of like manipulation or whatever. I would call this just consolidation because the other thing that I'm learning as I go through is like if the market's been moving consistently in one direction prior to New York Open itself is most likely going to be trash. Like the New York session, at least the AM session for sure, is just going to be pure trash because all the moves already happened. Like all the upward momentum has already occurred. Like if I were to nip back over to what was it, Friday, right? Let's see, was it Friday or Thursday when we had that similar scenario? Let me dip over, just checking to see which day, because I was like, that is really, really obvious. Yeah, Thursday. So was it Thursday? You know what? I'm being silly. Let me look at the daily candle real quick. This is just my regular chart. So one of these days where it just ran up think it was Monday actually, if I'm not mistaken. Like pre-market, like it ran up. We went back too far. Which day did it run up or down? Honestly, not that day. That was a good trading day. There was another day where I was like, "Ooh, that would be like a good setup." And but the only reason why I wouldn't take it is because there's already been like a big move, and then it just wasn't going to give us. Yeah, here it is, Thursday. So it was Thursday. Like we saw like pre-market just big move up. Let's use the 5 minute here. Do that. So pre-market we saw big move up. Like just the whole session was just. I really should put the midnight open on this so I can see. Let me get that this in here. Uh, it's added. Okay. Let me just fix that. I just want not that one. Maybe the kill zones would be helpful on this chart. I don't usually use them, but let me set that to 4 p.m. so we can see the whole session. And then London. Oh, tripping. Oh, this one's a little different. Hey, I'm gonna say I'm still about that. Anyway, so this was so we had this big move up, big move. So I said to myself, like the probability of getting a decent AM session after that was super low, super low. And look at it. Like I guess you could have grabbed like a short if you're being really aggressive. But with micros, I mean, I don't know, that's not like a ton. And then maybe on the PM, you could have gotten like from this fair value gap here, like once it was disrespected, maybe you could have gotten some. Anyway, the point is, doing the exercise has been super helpful. Anyway, so like this day for me I would have considered this trash. What is this? This is August 29th, 2024. Until the PM, like literally until this fair value gap here was breached, it's not, nothing to do. I mean, you could have tried for long, but they didn't want to go anywhere. Like if you finally got this move up here, tapped into the top of this fair value gap, I guess you could have gotten a little something, something. So maybe I shouldn't really call it trash. But there's no real, I wouldn't call any of this any kind of power of three in this scenario. I just think this is just consolidation for the most part. And here's a somewhat better day, if not perfect. Readjust my tea here. My really hot tea. So this is better. Still not my favorite, but I've also seen it a lot as I've been going through price. Like we have consolidation all through London. Oh, let me consolidation all through London. So it's kind of, I wouldn't call it rare, but it's sort of one of those scenarios where we don't get like the run of the London high before we move, right? So when that happens, like I try to consider what they might have been manipulating and taking out instead of London and then dropping. And I'm finding that understanding that sometimes it's okay to realize they're not going to take this out and then just recognize that they're going to take out like a closer target like they did here, like very, very small. I like to call these tiny manipulations, really. This is like a tiny manipulation, not really going for London. And then nice juicy stop drop right there. So I would say it's somewhat beautiful expansion. Whether or not we would have found a decent like setup, I know probably Bob and Wolfie would have had like Bob with his levels, would have had a level at that specific spot and taken it out. I would have probably seen this nice, I mean, this looks like a healthy little drop here. Yeah, like I'm gonna use just this down close candle, almost like a 85 point drop. Honestly, once we created any kind of fair value gap in here, I would have set an order here, not gotten tagged in. Even bigger confirmation that shorts make a ton of sense here. Excuse me. That dry cough, y'all, is still not going away. So, quick sidebar. I made I'm like a silly girl, right? I totally forgot and I made my mom's, throat soothing stuff. It's basically honey, ginger, lime, garlic. And I'm like, why have I been sitting here just ignoring everything and not making my stuff like a silly goose? Anyway, so if I didn't get this set up, then the next one would have been probably right here at this fair value gap until I got tagged in. Looks like it wouldn't have gotten it until one, but a nice juicy drop would have come from that. Because I'm realizing that once I get a nice 5 minute setup, especially at areas where they've taken a ton of liquidity, you're expecting them to, in this case, you're expecting a continuation down. I mean, I'm not even like taking into account where we are from a daily perspective. I'm just looking at what the session is giving me to work with. So I just don't, so I don't like get stuck with like one thought process around one bias for the session, like I think that was part of my problem last year. Like I was being very, very particular with my bias and then not being flexible in terms of making changes. Anyway, let's move on. Well, this is not terrible. I mean, that's plenty of a move if you can catch a piece of it. And if I'm being honest, like, and we're not really looking at setups, but might have caught half of that after this. Tiny consolidation here. And I call it tiny because they'd already taken London out beforehand, because this is all of London. They already took it out here. And then, let's see, and then they finished up and took out Asia as well. So then at this point, you're just waiting for a nice, juicy 5 minute push up. So this was the manipulation at open, straight down to continue. One last takeout. Very nice. And then we expanded upwards. Beautiful. So I also like to see like where 10 o'clock is in this expansion, because that tells me if I would have a setup around the 10 o'clock time frame. I'm also finding that I'm getting more comfortable realizing I can take trades after 11, 11:30, 11:45. Sometimes the setups only show up afterwards. Like there might be one big move in London in a direction you weren't expecting and you didn't get an entry unless you want to just YOLO into a trade, which no. Just no. But maybe yes, if it's like on a day like when Bob was like, "Oh my God, this is like a what did he call it? Not a death candle. I don't remember, but something like that. Like this is like a what do we call it in trading when like it just drops and just keeps dropping. It's just, and you know, the only thing you can do is YOLO in. So maybe I might drop like 1 micro on that and just let it ride, even two, and then just have my handle hovering over the close everything button. Oh, this is nice. This would have been a nice day. So we did have consolidation in London. They took London out before the London low beforehand, and then Asia lows we took out after the fact, and then this low to the left here was left. So what do we have in this area here? So we have a small amount of consolidation after they took out London. So I'm finding I really like these scenarios when they have a small sideways movement like this, and then at open, we just kind of clear it out. And then we get like very clear, clean, I want to continue going down moves, expansion. So like, unlike last year, like I feel so much better looking for shorts in this scenario. So, you know, with this big drop, no return to this fair value gap, I might have tried at the order block here. I would have gotten tagged in about 300. Yeah, that would have netted some more. My stop would have been right above here. Not bad. So that would have been about 3 micros on that day. But the other thing, like when they do those big drops, like consolidation afterwards is quite a possibility. Which is why, like, whenever I see, you know, certain rejections from areas, like there's a 5-minute order block here, and we just kept tapping it and wicking, I probably would have closed. I would have been like trailing the stop really tight at this point if I were to have taken that. This is okay. This is quite a fascinatingly gross kind of day. So I wouldn't say we got any consolidation beforehand. We're just kind of like a slow grind up. So I would have needed to see something super duper like aggressive. So at open, we have like the manipulation up, which, I mean, I don't know if I want to call it technically taking London highs out. I wouldn't say that. So, and there was a small amount of consolidation this way. We took it out. Sometimes it's hard to see, you know, because they were just going sideways, but there's still a slow grind up. And the annoying part that about this situation right here is that even if this is considered a tiny consolidation, they didn't take the London low out. So them pushing upward and then dropping very aggressively to take London out, back to midnight open right here. Ugh. It would have been a bit somewhat of a difficult day for me, I think. You know? Like this juicy candle would have said, let's continue going short. And maybe I would have said something like that with that being a stop. Looks like that, like 20, 'cause for 3 micros, I'm thinking like 122, 23, 24 ticks of a stop. It would be more than enough. And then that would have netted a juicy amount. Like you would have to wait for a while to get everything, but you would have gotten it. So yeah, I take it back. It's not terrible. It's not ideal. I don't like when they're doing all these gross wicking, you know, like clean, clear, obvious. That's what we're looking for. Oh, here's a nice day. Yeah. I mean, I'm also trying to remove the fear of like the top of the hour, the half an hour, midnight opening. I mean, can use them as areas of interest, obviously, see how we react for them, and then utilize them for entries later. So this would have been one of those days where I don't know if I would call this like, again, just very slow grind upward. Tiny manipulation at open, upward, and then we just dropped. So it's these like aggressive drops that I'd be looking to capitalize on. And then where's 10 o'clock in all of this? Right about here. So the first 30 minutes would have been just very, very, what's the word I'm looking for? Grind to a halt. uh, thanks, Wolfie. Thanks. The first 30 minutes of this day would have been a pain in the arse because we'd have gone up, we'd have gone down until we took this out. Where's the PM Asia lows? Yeah, so they took out Asia lows here. I mean, I'm not really sure how we would have gotten in on this, short of trying to take something inside of this silliness here. The one thing I'm finding is that as I'm looking for um potential entries, that juicy Fair Valley gap when it dropped, maybe, and I'm finding I'm more comfortable considering taking that setup with the micros than I would ever be taking it with the minis. Because if I try to take an entry right here, a 37 tick stop, I'd have been stopped out on that candle right there and been pissed. Yeah, pissed. Pissed. But with the micros, and given the size, maybe I would have done 2 micros so I can go a little bit higher into this order block right here. And then just ridden it down. But the beauty of micros too, if I took 3, then once it dropped and, netted me a whole bunch, I could be like, take partials, take 2 off and let 1 run and see where it's going to go. But it's a pretty decent day, I think. What was this? August 22nd, 24? Oh no. So we had a bunch of consolidation on this day. We took it out. Well, open itself did nothing really. I don't like this day at all. I mean, with this big drop here, take the first entry for a short at not the base, at the body of this. Let me see, the stop would have been definitely almost contested. Still have leeway. And then it would have dropped. Yeah, it would have been decent for 3 micros, so not my favorite. So let's call this section here some consolidation. Only because it's going sideways. London would have been a pain in the ass for everybody trading London. Sorry, guys. And it wouldn't have gotten a setup until almost after 11 o'clock. Let's consider that the manipulation because they took out that consolidation, let people think we're going to be going long. I would have considered an entry at this low fair value gap, this bullish fair value gap that's been utterly and thoroughly disrespected, like completely, like get the hell on, and an entry at the top of that, and it would have played out pretty nicely. Yeah, so we have a little expansion here, and then the rest is just sort of annoying. That would have been the end of it for me for the day, for sure. Then again, I'm only trying to get something in one session, make that money, and come back the next day. Another rough day. to trade. So these like smaller daily candles with like the smaller body but big wicks on both sides, those are days that I want to like avoid. I hate them. But the point is you don't really know how they're gonna like form because those days at one point looked either very, very bullish or very, very bearish in the same day. Now, if those days aren't, set up for you to set up to grind us poor retail traders into the dirt, I don't know what is. Anyway, so just for funsies, let's see, what do we have? Well, we have London. The London high, they didn't bother to take out. But I'm finding like once they do some sort of manipulation, they did take some of it out, but not a lot. And then they grind down like with alacrity. Asia was pretty close too. So Asia was actually already taken out into this. Not a great day. Not a great day. Like the most you could have salvaged for this is like let that small manipulation up. We dropped very aggressively and didn't give anybody a chance. A better scenario for me would have been like if we did all of this juiciness right here, and if we did all of this, and then we did, okay, fine, this, whatever. This is accumulation right here. Like this is marking time, price, gathering orders, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same shit. And then they were all looking to go short. All their stops over on top of each other, all looking to go short. And then they took them all out. And then they did a bit of a drop, but I would prefer left a fair value gap right there. And then they just took it out. Not really a ton of opportunity to get in on that action. You know what's funny though? I tell you something that's really funny. Now that I'm looking at micros, the amount that I was trying to get on one mini was 210 ticks, right? But with micros, I'm looking at 3, 400, 500 ticks. Somehow that's like entirely achievable. Isn't that crazy? And yet some days I couldn't even get 210 ticks on one mini. But somehow it's working on micros. I'm like, what is happening? Mindset shift. Anyway, so this crap ass day, and let's see, was this August 20th, 2024? Yeah, see? Knew it was gonna be one of these like shitty days. Small body, wick, big wicks. Those kinds of days is the type of days that just screw you. Just screw, you know what? What was I watching? What does my partner say? Screw you! But let's say we did, just for the exercise purpose, we do have manipulation up and there is movement down, but they did not, and I repeat, did not want to take the lows out. Again, this is one of those days I would have hated to be taking these trades. There's nothing clean or clear about this. You would have gotten one attempt here and that would have been it. Assuming you were waiting for them to drop. Now, I did mention that I do love a good fair value gap that's formed on the way up. I'm disqualifying this one as, well, not entirely, as it's not the same setup as the day before because we have an order block sitting in here. They tapped it and they ran up and then they dropped. They disrespected this guy nicely in that scenario. So I might have considered like a short from here. Could have also taken one from here once you saw them respecting the base, the bottom of that fair value gap, but then they would have taken you out here. So mean. But then this one would have worked. So it's a shitty day. It's a shitty day to trade. Whoa. So this is where trading in a proper range that's just moving in one direction is juicy as hell. Like, look at that. We're just going up, 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 up. So all you're looking for long. So you'd have been looking for, and then this is much nicer right here. Much nicer. So we did have London low. They didn't take it out, but this is basically just consolidation, right? So I'm just going to note that even if we didn't take London low out, it's fine. So we still had consolidation under here, just going sideways. We took it out here already at open, and then the first 30 minutes would have been a shit show. Really, really hate that. Not my fan. I'm not a fan of it. They manipulated down to take out everybody who was like, all right, let's continue going long, with their stops. So once they saw this, anybody who went long in this scenario, they took them out here, bastards. And then rewarded everybody else who wanted to go long afterwards here. Very nice. Very nice day. Still one where I'm still working out, being comfortable with the fact that it's just continually moving up. Because for me, I would have been open once I saw these two down close candles. By the way, order blocks, the both of these guys, order blocks, totally taken out. We have so we have a bearish fair value gap in here and then a bullish one. I might have been okay with taking along from the bearish once that guy got taken out. Nice right there. We got a nice push up. Let me see. Beautiful. Not terrible. Then I would have been open to a from the order block right here with this fair value gap from the top of that order block. Let's see, where'd my stop be? My stop would be, yes, it would have been a juicy place. It would have been a nice, juicy place. This propulsion block in front of it, this fair value gap in front of it. It's a tiny one here. Yeah, so my stop would have been right about here, juicy. And then we would have gotten just juicy movements. Like, just keep going. Just keep going. I've never held a trade all day. Might be with micros this year, I might be able to do so. Ah. Oh, and just so you know, like this scenario, like I've seen that a lot, like a lot as I've been going through the last year and a half of data. And it's my favorite. My only pet peeve is that they didn't take out the London lows, but they made equal lows, which makes me think that later on they're going to come back and smash those out. And be like, prepping. They're prepping. Anyway. So here's a scenario where we don't get any of that consolidation, manipulation, none of that crap, right? This is kind of a hard day to trade. I bet you anything's one of those small body wick days. I hate those. This is what, the 16th of August? Look at it. Look at it. Yup. Look at it. Let's zoom in on it. So you see this day had like that nice proper like, even if it was this tiny consolidation and they swooped it out and then they ran for the hills, that's a juicy day. This guy, this at one point this looked very bearish and looked very bullish, and then we just mean. It's a mean kind of day. Is it tradable? I don't know, probably. Oh, Sasha is trying to eat my cords. So guys, if I ever get like knocked off of anything, it's probably Sasha eating my cords. So we had like pure down time for London. I mean, it wouldn't have been bad to trade London at this point. Like, what are they even taking out? Mm, just London, Asia lows, really. So trading this guy? Oh my God. What did we do at open? We just kind of we slapped down a little bit, then got like a very ugh. So I'm finding the first 30 minutes a lot of times is shit. A lot of times is shit. I don't know why it's shit, but it is. Right to a halt downwards. Hmm. Death drop. Um, it's on the tip of my tongue, man. That term. It's just on the tip of my tongue. Yeah, I mean, this would not have been very, very helpful. Let's see, if I had said done something, my stop would have saved me when I got tagged in, or not, because I might have, after all of this foolishness, everybody says this is the order block or this is the order block. I would have wanted the one that actually, like this candle, this is higher, that is higher. That for me feels more order blocky, like this is a whole order block right here. Oh, it is the order block. The only thing to trade in this ridiculousness right here, and I know I'm not really supposed to do this, but I'm gonna be here for a while because I didn't do any. I was running around doing a bunch of errands yesterday, so I didn't do any exercises. But this is super enlightening. I didn't realize that I really should have spent a ton of time understanding price action. What is this cat doing? Like I don't know what cats are thinking, and they're just running around, just randomly sniffing things. Oh, hang on. She wants to get in the closet. Let me open it for her. Right, Sasha? I'm gonna get closety. I'm gonna get in the closet. Yeah, let me open it. Closet engaged. My God, these cats are so cute. I can't. I have so much cuteness aggression some days. Yes, babies. Oh, they're so beautiful. I can't with the cuteness. It's mm, cuteness aggression, man. Sometimes I just grab Maddie. I'm just like, calm down. Don't need to be cuteness aggression. Sasha is not the one that likes to be picked up, but she loves to be on the lap. That is a lap girl. As soon as I sit down, it's hilarious. I was in the kitchen last night, just making some dinner, and she was sitting on the couch. She was just laying on the ottoman, and then, no joke, as soon as I sat down, she just looked at me, got up, and got on my lap. Like she was just waiting. She was just waiting to get on my lap. I was like, dang, that's adorable. Anyway, back to this business. Anyway, so that's enlightening. Like, look at that. Wouldn't have gotten an entry until like I given the behavior here, I mean, this would have been the only potential entry. And that would have paid juicily. You wouldn't have gotten that until, I probably wouldn't have gotten in on that until 11:20, like when it tapped into this thing again. Yeah. And then I would have, yeah, set my stop just about below that or close enough to that candle over there. But in terms of power of three, I don't really see it on this day. These days when it's like the daily candle ends up being like a small body and big wicks on both sides, it's hard for me to see. But maybe there is some what's the word I'm looking for? Some some calm in the madness. So I'm gonna say, I'm just gonna note the expansion because the rest of it is just sort of all over the place. I don't like these wiki days. Like, I stay away from them. They're just ridiculous. Mm. Oh, hello. All right, so here's one that I've seen a few times. It does not happen all the time, but again, news candle, bam, bam, bam. We just continue. It's just like just pure expansion. So it doesn't happen as often, where we don't technically see a lot of manipulation. We just skip it and just go. It's very fascinating, actually. And this is what, the 15th. So this was the shitty day afterwards. Also, another thing that I've found is that if you have a big day of expansion prior, usually the day afterwards is crap. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I didn't even see. Look, big expansion, crap. Big expansion, crap. Big expansion, crap. Big expansion, crap, crap. Big expansion, crap, crap. Sometimes you get like, the ideal scenario is that they expand back to back, but I sometimes just expect like the next day to be just like pure crap. So we just open, continue. We have this one pullback. Yeah, this would have been the one opportunity with that just straight push. And we left this open, tapped into that and go. This would have been the one opportunity for a long in all of this. Like, let's see where my stop would have been. Yeah, just below that fair value gap. Yeah, I would have taken that puppy. And we would have gotten, with micros, now I can, right? And then we would have just run up nicely. Or, even cleaner scenario, take it here. Actually, sorry, bearish fair value gap, fully disrespected, take it at the body, the top of that guy, juicy entry, and just, go as far as you can. So I'm finding like as soon as it moves pretty well into my into where I want it to go, I for 3 micros lock in $25 to cover them fees and just let it go. From this entry, that would be probably around here, would have been fine, and then move, move, move. Ugh. Look at all that consolidation in London. I sometimes, as I go through the last 2 years of data, 2025, 2024 now, I feel bad for people who trade in London. I really do. Because there's so much consolidation on certain days. And look at this news candle of awfulness. Slap, slap, both ends. I mean, Asia high, Asia low, London low, all just smacked hardcore, just whoop. Up. So we had a lot of manipulation in this area right here. If you're looking for longs, because I assume, which day is this? The 14th? If you're looking for longs on the 14th after that big run, oh man, that would have been painful. But if you're open to the shorts, that expansion down after that death drop, like an entry here for me, yeah, that would have paid. The longs would have paid too in an afternoon, but not without a lot of pain. That's for damn sure. And if you're trying to go long, man, they punished everybody on both sides this day. So the only clean setups was the expansion here. Down to the whatever low they were taking out. They dug into this fair value gap on this left right here. So another scenario I've been seeing a lot is like the manipulation sometimes happens outside of the New York Open. We did manipulate up one more time to take that high out and then dropped. Things I don't like about this scenario. What is it? ICT calls this immediate rebalance. Like it, drops aggressively, then immediately rebalances, doesn't leave a fair value gap, and then just runs away. I mean, it's a nice setup, but And here we go, another expansion day. No up, no consolidation, no nothing. We just pushing up. So you just come into this day looking for a long, like just easy. It should be an easy peasy day to take longs. We open, we just kept going up. Where's 10 o'clock and all this? Yeah, so I would wait for this fair value gap right here, for them to leave it. So I find that whenever there's like chop like this, there's always one low that takes out the rest of the lows. And then once you get that one and it gives you a fair value gap after the fact, like that's where you need to just go up. Not an easy thing to trade though, if I'm being honest. Ugh, I bet this is a tiny day again. You see how it starts to make sense, these tiny days, like they just we had London consolidation, they took the low out, they took the high out. Oh man, that's reminding me of a nursery rhyme. You put the ones up in, you put the left right out, and then the something, something, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey, and you turn yourself around, and that's what it's all about. Oh, that's so random, but literally that's what came to me when I said what I said before, so don't mind me. Oh, my stream bit rate is higher than the recommended bit rate. How fascinating. Okay. I don't even know how to change that, so. Well, you could tell, right? I couldn't remember all the words, and then I finally got a little piece of it. Ah, hey, that's what you get hanging out with me, yo. I am a random so and so, okay? Random. So you would have been like, oh yeah, we bullish. We're a bullish day. We've been bullish. It's beautiful. We get this consolidation. We have this lovely manipulation right here, you know? And then you would have been paid a little bit. You would have been paid a little bit here. I don't know how much. Plenty, actually. Like if you're open. Like my mind, I would have been like, oh, beautiful. We've cleared that puppy out. I would have wanted to take something close to the base of this. My stop would have been kicked in the teeth. For sure, my stop would have been kicked in the teeth. But I mean, it did move up once it came back down. And it's funny, like when I look at the charts, I'm always like, oh, that didn't move a lot. And then I like use the ruler on it and I realize, oh yeah, that moved a bunch. That's 124 handles. Like, what am I talking about? It's a ton. So you could have still made a ton of bank on that one. Probably wanted to wait and see what we do inside of here. Maybe would have caught something. So you still had like the manipulation and expansion, but it's still, I bet you it's a small day, a small candle day, because look at this foolishness. We went up, we went down, we ended close to midnight open, tiny body. Which day is this? The 12th? Yeah, see that? Tiny body. Okay. Ugh, this open would have been trash, 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 trash. Like, there's nothing super clean until this guy right here. Hmm. I don't know. Do we even have manipulation in this scenario? I couldn't even tell you. Huh. I'm like doing this whole bit rate business and whatever. It's excellent to let me know if there's any lagging. I didn't realize how much I needed to replace that laptop to to be able to stream properly. Because I'm not, trying to be a YouTube influencer or whatever the heck these darn kids are these days. I'm just entertaining myself, y'all. Don't judge me. But anyway, so this would have been a shitty day to trade. At least in the AM session. Like, what do we even do with all this? They've already like taken out London lows. I bet you they took out, yeah, the Asia was already taken out at open. So all they did was roll out and take this low out. And then they didn't give us anything clean. Not until here, sort of, but it's small. That's the other thing. Like, hey, Rainer, nice, nice. I'm glad it's not lagging. Thank you. Happy Sunday, yo. Happy Sunday. Um, yeah, but the price was staying really close to midnight open this day, so it's not a great day to trade. Not even in the PM, really. Like, where's 2 o'clock in all of this? I mean, for what I'm looking for what makes sense for trading micros, this is trash. I mean, short of this fair value gap in the PM where they just sort of hung around inside of it, this would have been mad disappointing. Like, if you noticed that they were hanging out in the midpoint of this thing, you could have tried for a long. You'd have gotten a little something, something. Actually, it's 63 handles. Like, who could be mad at that, right? Like, if you're looking for smaller wins, then you still would have gotten something. It would have been after 2:45, 3 o'clock is when you'd have gotten some. Actually, it would have. No, that's what 6 o'clock. Yeah, this is just consolidating. For the scalpers, though, have fun. I would have just closed out for the day because that was just trash. Again, as I'm finding that, whenever we have a big up close candle that next day, unless it shows you like seriously strong bullish movement, it's gonna be a trashy day. Look at it. Look at it. It's, oh God. I'm starting to be able to recognize it too as I continue doing this exercise, which I didn't know I needed. All right, so we had consolidation in London. News took it out with alacrity. So, yay. News blew everybody away. If you were long and you're already long in London, happy days, y'all, happy days. I'm not considering this any kind of manipulation. I'm considering this just retracement and then just continuation, really. Right? We're just retracing. Everybody knows that one, and then we just continue expanding. So, I mean, I would have been hoping for some kind of down close candle that had been disrespected in all of this. We got none of that. We just kept running, 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 running. The only opportunity for anything was this one right here. Again, assuming you're not YOLOing. So this small little guy right here, look how they respected the shit out of that down close candle. Taking a long from it at some point. Let's see where my stop would have been. Juicy. Yeah. And then you'd have had to sit through some BS, but you would have, assuming you didn't move your stop. Assuming you did not move your stop after this and it ran up. I mean, let's be honest, that's 106 handles. Ain't nothing wrong with taking your profits and come back later. And then the PM, oof. Yeah. No opportunities here, small one here if you chose to trust that. I would not personally. Although this bearish fair value gap right here I might have said, okay, I would have tried to take an entry from the order block here and the top of it, and I wouldn't have gotten tagged in because I wouldn't be waiting until once they ran off, I would have just taken that order off. But that's an entry I would have been interested in. So this might have been hard to trade for a different reason. Although if you held from here to here, hey, beautiful. Hey, I can't spell. Don't tell nobody. All right. So what day was this this was the 8th. Okay, this was this big candle here. Oof. All right, so if we look at Monday's gonna be crazy red. Trump's tariffs on NATO allies for not letting him take Greenland. And the response from EU is looking like it's gonna be canceling of the trade deal limit. Yo. Look, man, I agree with you wholeheartedly there. Let's look at this daily candle. Look at what we've been doing. Like we be hanging out at this all-time high. Here's all-time highs, right? Here's a bearish fair value gap. Look at it. Order block, bearish fair value gap, order block. We've been rejected hard from it once, twice, third, fourth, fifth, taps it again, sixth, seventh. We come in for a hard drop soon. Because one of two things will happen, and this is on the daily, right? One of two things will happen. Given that we've been rejecting so hard, like I would say personally, and let me take this off of here because we don't need that right now. I would say personally, when we bust above here, we gonna be flying, you know? Once we bust above this thing, we gonna be flying. But we've been rejected so hard from here. Like, I want to see some big follow through. Let's take out this low, maybe take out that low to like, you know what? Let's clean that up. We don't need these at the moment. And then what else are we like sitting in between too, right? On the daily. So we're also sitting inside of this bullish Fair Valley gap. Like we are sandwiched right now. We are sandwiched. One of these, when they break, will give us some juicy, you know, woo, we dropping. We dropping, or we just making juicy up all-time highs. But yeah, I agree, Wolfie. Like all the BS with the tariffs and all that jazz, man. It's already been a rough term. We still got 3 more of this. Cheers. Hold on for dear life, is all I'm saying. As you know, for trading, I mean, it's definitely making the markets a very interesting place. Very, very interesting place. So yeah, I absolutely positively agree with the potential that we might see a lovely drop. Rejection, wicking. We just in a big consolidation area. Really big. December lows, huh? I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, if we get a big down close candle, like I would at minimum expect that to get taken out. We got lovely fair, order block down here, sort of. It's not my favorite kind of order block though. Hey, Bob, morning. Happy, what's up? Oh, is ES giving signs of longs? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Why is it translating over here? Um, let's take a look at ES for a second, because I almost never look at ES just because just because I'm not really trading her. Though there's also good. Oh, all right, let's do that. So this is YM here, NQ here, ES here. So I look at these every day. Usually I have it on the 1 hour just to see what's up. But to answer Rayner's question, yes, given signs of longs. Look, in my opinion, I think ES. Oh, oh, we have some, what do they call it? Oh, I hadn't realized that. ES took its all-time high out already. I did not realize that it had done so. I mean, this is this is gross. This is a weird spot for ES because we had all-time highs on ES on the 13th, Tuesday. Dang. So I mean, we're one tumble away from juicy shorts to dig into these these juicy FVG here on ES. Look at that juicy. And I'm including, so we had some, what's ICT call it? Liquidity void, right? We had a void right here. Oh, it's very tricky on ES. Like where we are in ES, I wouldn't bother and touch it personally. We're wicking. We're at all time where we've just taken all time highs. They can do anything. But given the nature of the chart, I would remain bullish personally. I would remain bullish until they give you a reason to go short. But Wolfie's analysis about, the tariffs, Trump's behavior around not getting Greenland for Monday. Now in the US, Monday is a holiday, right? So it's going to be a half day trading. So I don't know if Monday's going to be insane, but the rest of the week might follow that trend. So yeah, I would, and Bob's leaning towards Wolfie's analysis as well. So, and we have an SMT here between ES and NASDAQ. NASDAQ is not showing any strength for heading over to for longs. ES was like, yeah, I want to keep going up, but it's also not showing any follow through. We're in a big range. Once we get out of this range, we're going to have some big movements. So I would take Monday specifically, especially New York session, very personally. I'd probably just skip it because it's the holidays and it's a half day. And wait for Tuesday, maybe Tuesday PM to do something. But that's just my thoughts about it. And yeah, so it's a bank holiday Monday for the US at least. I don't know, maybe you'll get some movement in London, but there's the WEF annual meeting. Trump's gonna be speaking at 8:30. Ugh, on Wednesday. Yo, market's gonna be acting stupid. So it's a news heavy week. So be careful. Right? But maybe most of the people with the real clout won't even be trading on Monday because they don't trade the holidays. The banks, they're probably just gonna be chilling. It's gonna be a bunch of retail folks trying to be like, yes, I'm expecting shorts. Wanna bet they blow it up on Monday just to mess with all the retail folks and take all the money. It's gonna be a wild week. I agree with you, Bob. And Wolfie, look, as long as you have that stop loss in place, do what you must, my friend. As long as it makes sense. Yep. But look, if you see volume on Monday, knock yourself out. But I personally am, even if I was trading live yet, I wouldn't be trading Monday, no matter what. Plus, you want all that news to hit, and you want all that, volume to do its thing, knock out everybody, and then trade the aftermath. I think that's better overall. Yeah, holidays are choppy PA. They are. It's odd though. Like I've seen half days that have been pretty juicy too. But I don't know. I haven't done what I'm doing here to check that out. But to see how often you get good price action on the half days. Hmm. Now here's a decent down day, but it's kind of the AM session would have been very, very annoying. Very, very annoying. We had small consolidation right here. So we do see all three concepts in this scenario, but it would have been painful until we have this drop and then this one. And then you would have taken something in here or at the base of this. But that morning would have been a huge pain in the butt. I hate those types of mornings. But the rest of the day would have been a dream to trade though. Beautiful. I can't type, don't tell nobody. Damn it, that's try number two. Ah! Anyway, don't mind me, I'm just being silly. Also, this is ginger tea, so I can work, that stupid dry cough is still not trying to go away, man. It's driving me nuts. Also, weird little random sidebar. Um, have you guys played that game Astrobots? It is fun. Also, I only played Grand Theft Auto 5 one time so far. I'm trying to do better this year. I'm trying to do better. Expansion. Ooh, eggs sound delicious. Oh, here's a decent day. Here's a decent, almost clear day of trading. Beautiful, beautiful. We had some consolidation right there just before open, just a little bit, just a little bit. Just sat there going sideways. Then we like slapped it in the face real hard, like it owed you money. Hey, did I sound like Slice Loan? Slice, words, hard. Mouth, not ready. I don't have good dad jokes. Also because I don't have children. And I'm not a dad. Maybe they're just DJ jokes. There's a whole song for me, by the way, just so you know. This would have been the trade, and I would have had to take it after o'clock, 11 o'clock. Because then this would have been the setup I would have wanted. Beautiful. Let's see, would my stop have withstood that? Just barely. Is there anything else around this I would have liked? Excuse me. Or technically, perhaps, wait to see what they do. See if they respect this puppy. Nah. Sometimes I like to try for the midpoint of the fair value gap, depending on where my stop needs to be. Because I would have, for 3 micros at the midpoint, my stop would have been right about there. And that would have saved me a ton. For 2 micros, I could have pushed it lower, so this might have been a 2 micro day. And then just let it rip. Lots of opportunities on this day. What's this? August 6th? All right. Today is August 6th. Oh, look at that gross candle. Might have been looking for shorts on that day, but the session told you what it wanted to do. All right, so, oof, kind of a rough one. Kind of a rough one. No manipulation, just expansion. from here, so you might have just been looking for longs. However, given that looks like this is the 5th of August, this would have been this guy right here. You might have been looking for shorts. How the hell did that end up being? Oh, I bet they like dropped aggressively and then, yeah. So here's midnight open. They dropped aggressively and then they like made a big candle and then they ran up to try and, no, that can't be right. Not the way that candle looks. Why does it look different? August 5th, 24, August 5th, 2024. It, hmm, it's a weird looking candle. Let's look at the 12-hour candle on this side. Mm, okay. I'm just curious about the way this candle formed itself. So we opened at 18,375 approximately. Oh, that's Sunday. Monday. 12 hours. Monday. Okay. Okay, so it opened bullish initially. So it opened here at 17. Yeah, okay, good. Then it dropped at open, and we see it here. And then we roll back up, and then we drop some more. And then we made that high on the next 12 hours here, and then brought it back in. It's fascinating how that candle formed. But for the AM session, it would have been a shit show. And let's see, how big are these candles? Let's say we got something here. As always, I keep trying to remind myself that these candles are probably moving like a lot. So even though this would have been a huge pain in the butt, 2 micros here would have paid. After all of this, trying an entry here, stop at 2 micros. Oof. Would have done the job for that move, but dang, that's rough. All right, let's see what we have here. So we're at, let's go back, put that back on the daily. I'm just really weirded out by that candle, seriously. By this candle right here, the way it formed. So we're dropping, so we would have been looking for shorts. So the preference would have been if London was consolidating or accumulating, that I would have wanted New York to take it out. And take it out, it did not. Ah, that's close though. This day would have sucked, sort of ish. So we had consolidation, we had some manipulation. We took out this news candle high. I'll take it. I'll take the news candle high. Then it just dropped, and then you would have been looking for a reason to go short in all of this. Would have been a bit rough there. Like if you picked the bottom of this as an entry, the order block, you would have gotten tagged in right here and been paid. As long as you weren't aiming for those lows and you were managing your stop aggressively. All right. Oof, this is a much cleaner day. Much better. Much better. So for London, we did manipulate and take the high out I like that very, very much. This is a much nicer day. So we have like consolidation. We manipulated and took London low out, and then we just dropped aggressively. So the more I see the aggressive drop like this, like the more comfortable I am with taking that continuation trade, especially if lows, if shorts is what you were looking for. So when 10 o'clock hit, ooh, things that I would have considered. If I considered this manipulation, then I would have wanted to see this fair value gap disrespected nicely. And once I got that, might have considered, I would have been waiting for a bearish fair value gap or order block to form to get an entry. It looks like, unless I took unless I was like aggressive and took, yeah, and I wouldn't have been that aggressive because it's just not the nature of the way I trade. But if I was aggressive and once they close below here, and let's say I took an entry here, the stop would have had to be up here, or at least above the fair value gap, and that's too much, even for micros. So I would have had to wait for something more obvious. So you wouldn't have gotten anything until, at least I wouldn't have gotten anything. Maybe I would have tried at the order block here, maybe midpoint, stop above here, 120. Yeah. So I'll be more willing to try these out in future. Be much more willing. But nice expansion. Beautiful day if you got shorts in. Here's more of a continuation expansion day. We had like a small retracement at open into a 5-minute order block right here, and then ran up. I don't think I would have gotten anything in this. This is a lot of consolidation as well. I'm only calling the PM expansion. This is more just a consolidation over here. Not a great day to trade, I don't think. And I'm starting to realize I can tell when there's news and all that jazz too. So here's another lovely, lovely day. So we had manipulation up at open. Lovely manipulation at open. Took London highs out. Asia lows would have been a nice area to look for. And then they just expanded downward. Beautiful. Beautiful. So after they took Asia lows, I might have been like, other things to consider is like the previous day's lows. What day is this? This is July 30th. Which day is that? This day right here. So that low would have been something to look for. 1889.75. Oh, yeah. So if you weren't looking for just Asia, you could be looking for the previous day's low altogether. And I bet these candles are ginormous. So if you say you took a short here to go to 18,899 or so, yeah, still would have paid. But I would have tried for something inside of here instead, though. And got that Asia low. Juicy, juicy. Very juicy setup. All right. Here is bet this is like a small day or something. Because they up, they down, they up, they down. We're back at midnight open. Probably a small like body and big wicks day. They're starting to show their colors to me as I do this. So we have manipulation. And if you're still looking for shorts, as I think you should be in this downward space, should have been looking for an expansion downward. After we took stuff out, we left an order block, fair value gap, set an entry at the first one or the bottom of this order block. Stops would have been pretty decent for 3 micros, and that would have paid you nicely. Beautiful. No real consolidation, except in London a little bit. 930 didn't take it out, so it just made equal lows. And it took out the highest dose. That's pretty telling, I think. Oh, I think I have to like move the bar over so more things will show up. There we go. Haha! Oh no. Oh, this is a gross, gross AM session. But it did take out London lows. Not all the Asia lows, though. So it did have consolidation here, even if it's not my favorite, but it did consolidate. And we had a lot of manipulation, and I'm sure a lot of people were trying to go short in here and getting their arses handed to them. Just smacked. Just destroyed. And then they expanded upward. So if you're looking for shorts that day, man, it just would have been mean. Did get some decent expansion after the fact, but this I would have closed the charts and not bothered with it. Painful. All right. So this is the 25th of July. So you would have still be looking for shorts, which you would have gotten at open, but no follow through. Ugh. This would have been, let's see. So we had the consolidation in London. Sorry, London, you guys seem to get a bum rap a lot. Serious bum rap. And then open. Oh, this is just a continuation down. So we had small consolidation in London. And then didn't even take London high out. No real manipulation here. Just a continuation of the downtrend right here. And everybody who would have tried to go short from here got their asses handed to them. Just upward expansion, really. This was the only real place for an entry, which would have paid. And then if you wanted to go short, the PMs where you would have gotten. And then that's where they finally took out the London, gave you a proper manipulation. Beautiful shift. Chef's kiss. And then gave you a lovely opportunity to catch something from that order block, or these ones actually, to either grab that 120 handle drop or that guy. So V-shape annoyance, I would say this was all just manipulation. So they manipulated you up to drop you back down, to expand downward. I don't know if I would have seen that in the moment, but 2 o'clock would have given me something to work with, potentially. Anyway. And here's another day where we just continue dropping. So I'm finding that whenever price is just moving in a nice trend, you see these types of days more often. And, you don't have to worry about London had like a slow, annoying drop, but mainly consolidation. They like basically messed with everybody who tried to go short in this space. um, just teased them a whole bunch. So sorry, London. You guys get a bad rap, I'm finding. A lot of staircasing down here. Sometimes it's hard to know when to take the staircase for me. But slow grind down. Oh, I bet this was a tiny day. Ugh, I hate these days. These days suck. It's like once I've started to recognize these tiny days. What day is this? July 23rd? 23rd, yeah. Small body, bigger wakes. Bullshit. This would have faked people long, given how big the upper portion of that candle is. Maddie, no, please don't jump on that. Don't meow at me. Come here. Maddie has entered the room. All right, so what do we have? We have basically London highs already taken out. So anything you wanted to aim for would have been London lows, and Asia would have already been taken out. You've been a spot where you probably would have been looking for shorts still, even though with this up close candle, it's not enough to force you to go long. So what do we have? We opened. This would have been trash. No. Get down. Why? Why must you jump on everything? You're gonna break it. Don't look at me with those cute eyes. Thank you, Sasha, for not jumping on it. I appreciate you. Dang cats. Dang adorable cats. Seriously? Sorry. Anyway, this is a trash day for me. I mean, you know, faked out at the open. They faked everybody out here, then smacked them hard, and then rallied without giving us anything. I mean, I'm just gonna label it a trash day and move on. I don't like it. Look at that. Complete and total trash day. Damn it. So we had just pure continuation in London, slow grind up. The morning was basically just consolidation and nothing to do. Ugh. So I really just don't like these types of days. I do not like these types of days. These are the days that I work out. I go out of my way to try and avoid. The only real expansion is in the PM, with this just clean move up if you're looking for longs. So I would have considered all of this consolidation here, manipulation down this way. So this is a scenario I don't see very often, where we had a very ugly consolidation in the AM session. Maddie, come here, you little brat. Doing? Break it. Hmm. Guys, we have a bad kitty. Bad kitty. Why are you being a bad? Really? That thing is still in your eye. I got it. Kitty break. Kitty cuteness break. Yes. Rude. What are you? Give me that belly. Give me that belly. Give me that bells. Ah. All right. You want to come down? No? Look at her. She's just a little floppy thing. I'm not even holding her up. Little floppy thing. She's just happy to be here. Get out of here, you bad girl. All right. I would have skipped this day because even the PM would have been trash. Like 1:30, you probably would have gotten one trade in here, one little thing, but no follow through. Like, come on. Here's a much better day. Much better day. This is beautiful. We got consolidation right here. And then we manipulated hard in the AM here. I know this is boring, guys. So spoiled. Such a little brat. Like Sasha will listen, right? Like she'll listen and she'll do what you say, but Maddie, man, when she's in her I gotta be destructive mode, like I just have a little printer over there. It's a small little home printer. And um the top flap, she's about 8 or so pounds or so, and she's jumping on it, the little brat. And I'm worried it's gonna break. But I need to find a better solution. I'm gonna have to get a higher table, something she can't jump on. Ugh. I think it's just a cry for attention. Now, in all of this insanity, two opportunities for an entry show themselves here. Well, one, we have this juicy fair value gap on the right here that's been holding up price. Holding, 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 holding. Once it dropped below it, like one of my favorite scenarios is taking it either at the base or at the midpoint. Given the choppy nature, I might have tried the base and that would have paid nicely. The stop would have been for 3 micros. Oh, plenty. So in that case, I could have taken it at the body, at the bottom, and then still had plenty of room. I would have taken a little bit of heat and then whoop whoop. Juicy. Mm. Beautiful. Beautiful. It's a beautiful day. Even if this is super choppy, I would have gotten an entry right after 11. Choppiness, that's okay. Yeah. Lunchtime drop down too would have been okay. I know this is the boring, nerdy part of becoming a good trader, but I gotta do it, and it's helping me like so much. Sasha, you're too big to fit. Anyway. Oh, I should be wearing these glasses. Are supposed to help with the screen saturation or whatever. All right. This is a semi good day as well. Very clear. No manipulation in the open. We just have pure expansion, a bit of retracement up here to the order block. But once that drops, you would have been looking for something. I would have probably taken the base of the order block right there, depending on how big of a stop I would need. So 2 micros would be the best bet for that one, but it would have worked. And we had some highs taken out. And the Asia lows, they'd already took that out in London, so a little bit of manipulation prior. Actually, actually, I take that back. Good manipulation prior, because they took out the London high, which is technically here. So, good job. Oh, here's another just continuation expansion day, just dropping. I bet this was like a big, big candle. What day is this? The 17th? Oh, hello. Look at that juicy candle. Jesus. Uh, with, I guess with all of these like weak ass candles, you'd need to see something big and obvious. And that's, oof, midnight. Sasha, do not, do not. Thank you. Come here. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here, little one. Come here. Come up here. Come here, Sasha. Come here, Sasha. Here's my girl. Do not, thank you for not jumping on it. Thank you very much. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. Here's a good kitty. Ooh. Oh, that's a good kitty. I told her not to jump on it. She was like, stop. I will not. And came over. Thank you, Sasha. Could not do that with Maddie. She just do what she wants. Coming up? Meow. Okay. All right. Sasha's decided she wants to come up. She wants attention. She wants to love dub dub. Oh, and she wants to do the licky licky boom boom time. Look at her. Just licky licky. She just licked my finger. Oh, just pure licky goodness right there. Sigh. No, I don't want to be licked right now. All right. She's like, fine. I'm leaving. Good. Get gone. Don't jump on the printer. All right, let's move on. Where are we? This is pure expansion. Only opportunity would have been right here, and that would have been beautiful. I bet that was that would have been a juicy short. Lots of space for the stop. Yeah, about 419 handles, not bad. Oh, hello. Got a little bit of we had news knock out everybody who had their stops under here, and then manipulation up, and then expansion down after that. Beautiful, beautiful. A little bit of consolidation, which had been knocked out. So we had consolidation in London. Oh God, they're in the closet now. Jeez. Hmm? Oh, hold on. Hmm? Oh, did I? I thought I fixed my view thingy. Yeah, whatever. All right, here's a day that's ah. What day is this? July 15th. Ugh, dang. That's a mean day. That is a mean, mean day. Would have gotten some shorts out of this though. It's a lot of manipulation upwards and then expansion that way, but might have been looking for longs for all I know, given where we are in this candle. I don't like that at all. Oof. Here's another day where the manipulation occurred beforehand. And we had basically consolidation in London. The cats are in the closet, y'all. Don't know what they're doing in there, but all I hear is like little tinkles, little bells. They manipulate it and then we just expand it up. Let's just expand it. So you'd have been looking for a long in here. And if you'd taken it at this order block, and this is what, lunchtime, you got a nice move up. Oof. Now look at that consolidation of awfulness. Hey, really, Sasha? I thought we were friends. Get down. Get off of it. I'm going to buy a tall, tall table that this printer can sit on, where these dang cats can't. That is a death drop. Wow. I mean, there's no way to not notice that that's just pure consolidation. And we had all the manipulation on the news. Oh my goodness. Whew. Don't know what that news was, but damn. An expansion. And the only area would have gotten a chance for a entry would be right around here. Nice. And I bet that would have paid. Yup. Stop would have been plenty. Even more if I did 2 micros. Juicy. It's kind of a meanish day. At least that open. Because does that take out the low? It did not. It just made equal lows. It's like a meanish sort of day. We had like a small consolidation here. It's mainly just a push up, a tiny, tiny consolidation right there. I think these cats are in cray cray mode. And then, I mean, the bigger manipulation was here. For being really, really obvious, or honest, I should say. The bigger manipulation is right here. And then that's the expansion. But you would have had to know to wait for that. Because for me, I would have wanted to see. We did do a little thing here, then we pushed up and we left this fair value gap. Everybody who took the long here would have been stopped out, including me. Let me see. If I did the body, yeah, absolutely stopped out. Maybe I would have waited for this to be fully disrespected and then wait for somebody to roll up above it and then take in an entry at the midpoint for up. Because that's a setup that I like a lot. Like I like it a lot, a lot, a lot. Like a proper push through. That's what I would have taken on that one. But I had to wait though. Nice juicy run. Oh, here's a that AM session would have been annoying as hell. But we have consolidation in London. Sorry, London. That happens a lot to you guys. Jeez. And then manipulation. And manipulation here. And then the expansion that way. And that would have been an easier day to trade. Even if you had to wait a little bit longer, but it would have been an easier day to trade. So then once this dropped, and then we dropped below here, an entry at the order block or the tip of it. Let's see. Yeah, that would have been fine. Would have gotten tagged in here, and then, you know, had to wait for the thing back, and then would have gotten about that. 90 handles. It's pretty juicy. Oh, this is a tiny trash day, isn't it? Terrible. Terrible trash day. We just don't follow through with anything. Didn't even take the London low out. Oh, no, I lie. We did eventually. I guess it's not super trashy because you would have gotten along from here. And yeah, but you would not gotten a ton of follow through though. So if I were to specify, so we had a ton of manipulation. I hate these days with all the wicks. All the wicks. And then this would have been technically been the expansion, but it's just not a good day. Like once I saw this, all of this, I probably would have closed out for the day. Not bothered with anything. Well, it's a better expansion day. Some longs. What day is this? The 5th? Okay, yeah. So at this point, we're looking only for longs. We have news candle taking out the London consolidation. Yup. And then so this did all the manipulating. The news candle did all the manipulating. And then we just expanded in New York. Not bad. All right. And just for funsies, um, open, drop, nice. We have like a fair value gap. At this point, I would be waiting for, see, I would be considering, yeah, I would have been considering a long from that bullish fair value gap, maybe. Once we pop back up, I might have looked for an entry like at the body or the midpoint, see where the stop would be. Oh, plenty of space for the stop there. Yeah, would have been nice. Looks like everybody left. Oh gosh. Here is just a pure consolidation day. We just consolidate, take out consolidation. People who are looking for longs just didn't get anything. July 4th. You know, sometimes the days just disappear on TradingView. Have you guys noticed that? Like, this is the 3rd, this is the 5th. Where is the 4th? Ugh. It's like the lost day. Ooh, look at all that consolidation. Jeez. Okay. So for today, after I'm done, look at all that consolidation. Then we manipulated the hell out of it at open and then just went sideways. If you're looking, and just went sideways. Like, there's nothing in here for me to trade. Like, nothing at all. Maybe nothing. Nothing at all. Oof, that consolidation is rough. I think there's just 6 months of this stuff right now. July, August, September. So that was just 3 months, I think. So here we have manipulation ahead of time. I like that. And that's my favorite scenario, like when there's manipulation. Come on. When there's manipulation ahead of time. Not really consolidation, but they took it out and then they just expanded up. And what I'm looking for with the expansion is very clear, very clean push. So we would have had to check that. Plenty of space for 3 micros, and then nice expansion up. Yes. That's basically my model as I'm finding and seeing it work over and over again. There'll be times when I'm gonna get my ass handed to me, but that's all right. That is all right. So here's a scenario where we have consolidation in London. They took it out. I think I'm gonna head to the gym after this, get a workout in, and then relax for the rest of the day. There's a sauna, so I'm gonna get my sauna on. Nice, nice, nice. So I think I'll stop after this, and then once we get out of July, I might come back later and do some more, dig a little bit deeper into it. And then, oh, it's a similar scenario again. Almost exactly the same as the day before. You get about 81 before you came back to your entry and then really ran. So you might have really no workouts on Sundays. Rude. But, Wolfie. Wait. Oh, you're still here? It says 0 concurrent viewers. I thought no one was watching. I don't know, man. Like running around and doing. So what errands did we run yesterday? So we dropped off one car to get serviced, then went to the MVA, and then went to the Amish market, and then we're in search of a coat, winter coat, because one I have has like a ton of holes literally everywhere. It's just coming apart. So we're looking for something, couldn't find anything. Then hit 2 more grocery stores. Man, by the time I came back and ate, I was wiped out. And then I had to 2 burgers though, Wolfie? 2? Anyway, I can't talk because I found some really delicious all beef burgers. And after this, I'm gonna eat 2 of them with a salad though. There's gonna be greens. Better put some greens on that burger, Wolfie. Put some greens. Don't make me come for you. Anyway. Also, have you ever noticed that NQ, like, she is mean, right? Like, she will give you that first entry. If you don't get out here, she'll come right back to your entry area and then run again. Like, I've noticed that, like, so much with her. Uh, that's why, like, not moving your stop is actually a good thing, I think. Um, okay, so you got some what, lettuce and some tomato, you got some avocado. It's an avocado. Thanks. Have you seen that video with that little kid that gets an avocado for Christmas? He's so excited and happy about it. I'm with that kid. I love avocados. I have to have avocado on everything if I have it available. Ew, this is kind of ugly. Some consolidation there. I'm hoping the gym will be empty. Why is it getting dark again? I don't know. Whatever. And then we have full manipulation at open since it's tradable. It's absolutely tradable. It's just not pretty. At least for me anyway. So I would have been looking. Let's see. How do we, yeah. So I'd be looking for this, for them to like, right. I've been looking for them to break above this thing. Seeing that they left an order block here, I'd have been looking for an entry at the body of this thing and then just let it ride. Tomato, greens, cheese, and syrup. What kind of syrup though? Sriracha and dressing. Okay. All right. Is it getting darker outside? Is that why my camera is no longer doing its thing? Oof, that's real bright. Uh, Okay, so I literally just put a light on me and it just darkened it just for funsies. By the way, that sounds delicious. I gotta try that combo. Okay, that's bright. That's brightest. That's white light. And then this thing adjusts it down. Is it gonna do it? Is it gonna do it? Oh, you're probably right. I should probably close the blinds. But this ring light thing seems to be helping. Is that better? Or am I just too bright like a halo? Actually, I probably cannot go to the gym because I got some. You know what? Let's try it. I'm gonna close the blinds and see if that's better. And both kitties have abandoned me. All right. I don't know. Does that make it like too bright now? I don't know. I'm like fighting with this camera. I want to live. All right. So that's what I would have waited for, like something to bust above it with some alacrity like that. Yeah, that's nice. That's pretty nice. I would have tried that. And I gotta try your burger option because that sounds delicious. I don't think I've ever put sriracha. What kind of dressing though? What do you mean by syrup? I am fascinated. Tell me everything. All right, we have manipulation here. We had a lot. Again, I'm so sorry for you London folks. This is some bullshit. Like, so much consolidation in London. Jeez. But how rude. They took out the lows first and then ran up. And then gave us a nice, some semi-easy expansion. Would have gotten, let's see, where would the stop be? If I took it here. About there for 3 micros. I probably would have used two and got a little bit more out of it. It would have been worth it, but it would have taken forever. Not pretty day. I bet this is like one of them small days again. What day is this? Thursday, the 27th of June? I mean, it's not a terrible looking day, but still not pretty. Still would have gotten a little something, something. So we had instant manipulation here. And then we had a little bit of we had expansion this way, but anybody who was trying to take a short from here got smoked. So there was expansion, continuation at that area, but the rest is just kind of trash. Probably just stay away from it, honestly. If anything, try 1 micro, but just stay away from it. Oh gosh, this is a gross day. There's nothing to do here. It's just a trash day. Just a hamburger dressing they sell in the store here, and any syrup with high fiber and low sugar content. That's fair. I put I never think about hamburger sauce. Actually, I don't think I've had a hamburger. At least not in the last week. I think I had a lunchtime hamburger maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. But I did find a Korean barbecue place that is close to here, BB.Q. I mean, I got their original chicken and then they had a honey garlic wings that was just like, oh my God. Nom, 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 nom. My eyes were bigger than my stomach for real, thinking about that one. Could we have traded this though? So, London, Asia already taken. If you were looking for any kind of shorts with this, you might have. Yeah, no, you would have gotten your ass handed to you anyway. Any direction you went, it was just a mean day. Jeez. I know, right? I haven't had breakfast or anything. All I've done is this tea, this ginger tea for my throat. And then I said at the beginning that I made my mom's like concoction of honey, garlic, lime, and the heck? What? How does it get dark and there's a whole light shining on me? It just doesn't make any sense. Oh, please do. Please do. Okay. And then I turn off the light, it's bright again. Like what? I don't know what to do with this camera. This is crazy. Oh, this is a nice looking day. I mean, not great, not amazing, but very nice. Very, very nice. So we had consolidation here. Beautiful. I love that. And then at open, this is a clean, clear cut day. Beautiful, beautiful manipulation right here at open. I can't type. I knew that I wouldn't. I can't type. You find I randomly make random songs up. All right, so after this push up, let's see. Will I stop at the base here? I would have to sit through quite a while of BS before a little bit of a move up. Came back down to the order block, propulsion block, and then ran back up again to give out a little bit more for the PM. Not bad. Again, I'm seriously impressed with the fact that I'm no longer considering 210 ticks, which is about 50 handles, like a big deal for micros. In minis, it's juicy. It's about $1,000. All right, so if you're looking for shorts, July 24th. Oh, okay. So if you're looking for them to dig into this thing, there you have it. This manipulation, that was about 10 o'clock. So, and I'm only calling it manipulation because we had a small bout of consolidation right here that they, internal consolidation that they decided to take out. Oh, you know what I think I'm gonna make? Because I found these like delicious all beef hot dogs. I don't think I took a, no, I did. I did take a picture. Hold on, hold on, hold on. So I found this super soft white bread. I'll post it. So I'll post you my lunch from the other day in the Discord, Wolfie. It was the best hot dogs. Two hot dogs and freaking a salad. Because I'm trying to incorporate more greens into my world. I'm trying to incorporate more greens. But holy crap, man. My hot dog lunch, Wolfie. Okay. Anyway. Looks like folks are chatting a bunch in the Discord. All right, and then we had expansion. So I think I'm gonna break my semi fast with hot dogs. Although I was watching a dude eat some delicious like Asian noodles, so I might find a recipe for like a curry noodle or stuff of some kind and just go ham with that because I'm kind of digging that concept. Delicious. All right, well here's a semi decent day, assuming these candles are any kind of a big. Eh, if you're looking for shorts, like I think in this general vicinity, you'd still be looking at longs until it showed you otherwise. So they took out the London lows. Ooh, you know, I was considering adding some. That's a good point. Because when I did my hot dog, I instead of melting the cheese, I just had they had like the little rectangle-ish type square cheddar. That's what we have, and I was just kind of eating it on the side, and so I put um honey ham with the hot dog underneath there. And I decided not to put the greens in the hot dog and just put it on the side. And then I was thinking maybe I should figure out how to melt the cheese. That's a good idea. Because I really like the cheese in there and maybe add some relish in there as well for the next time. I'm still trying to figure out how I can load up this hot dog to the point that it's like insane, just insane. This is like a consolidation kind of day, really. Some manipulation down, nothing super clean to go up. Might have considered this long here. My stop would have held and would have gotten a bunch, trailing it. It's not really going anywhere. We still would have gotten something on that one. I think it had a kind of consolidation in here, but not really, but just sort of one. And they did sweep it out, so that's fine. And then small expansion that way. It did exist. It just wasn't, anything excited. But wait, what kind of melted cheese? Do you melt it yourself or do you buy it in those containers where you squirt it in your mouth and you can squirt out the melted cheese? The super trashy ones. Here's another continuation day, just pure expansion. And oh yeah, yeah, yeah. A Philly cheesesteak is amazing. You would love that, Wolfie. The bread. So I usually whenever I get one, I get it with there's like a cheesy kind of like soft white bread that you can get it in. And um you can pick whatever cheese you want, but I think they usually use what's the white sort of spicy cheese? Hold on. Let me look up the one I'm thinking of. From Yeah, let me look up the one I'm thinking of. Hold on, hold on. Uh, I love a Philly cheesesteak. Who is it? Jersey Mike's. Yeah, 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 yeah. Jersey Mike's makes a Philly cheesesteak that is so delicious. They have a chicken version of it that is also delicious with melted cheese. Um, they even have like hot honey that you can like drop on there. There's one across the street. I don't really eat that stuff very often, but here, let me show you since we're talking about it, and we'll have a mini segue anyway. So, so they have Yeah, they have the Chipotle chicken cheesesteak. Mm, that thing is delicious. Grilled onions, the peppers. So I usually get rid of the onions and peppers because I don't like eat it. So it becomes really, really basic for me. Um, but they also have the famous chili cheese, which is just the steak and the onions and the pepper. Oh yeah, white American cheese. That's how I was trying to remember what kind of cheese they put on it. And then you could do the big kahuna because that one also has like jalapenos and mushrooms in there if you like that. But then the regular chili cheesesteak is what I normally get. But it's and then I add lettuce and tomatoes. It's kind of crazy to do so because it's a hot sandwich, but I haven't had that in a while though because I try not to trying to eat more whole. So like if I want bread, I'll just make it myself usually. But anyway, where are we? 11:16. Let's see. All right, so but yeah, I have had a Philly cheese steak and it is delicious. You would love it. They melt all that delicious cheese on there. You can even change the cheese too if you don't want the white American cheese. You can put something else. I think they have regular sharp cheddar if you want that. Um the spicy cheese, pepper jack, I think. I don't know if they have Hey, I think we're both just a little hungry. And that sounds delicious. That sounds like a good idea. But I gotta share with you the chicken since we're talking about food. Oh my God, Wolfie. Oh my God. I on Friday, I don't usually bother with ordering out, but I didn't feel like cooking. So I got 6 pieces of this honey golden original and then the honey garlic. Oh my God. So the honey garlic is better, I think, than the original. I think the original needs a little bit more flavor, but I'm gonna be trying all of them. All of them. So I try to eat fried chicken once a month. But this BBQ, oh my God, their stuff is delicious. It's so crispy. So next I'm gonna try the soy garlic and see how I like it. There's a spicy version of the original I want to try as well. So next month I'm gonna be trying that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, we've been looking at the charts for like 2 hours, and I've been doing the same thing over and over again for 2 hours. So of course it's okay to have moments of yum yums because yum yums is what makes the world go round. Eating yummy foods, eating yummy foods. I'm Jamaican. I need yummy foods. Like, come on. I live for yummies. All right, what would have gotten me into a trade on this guy on this day? Well, we just dropped. Probably would have tried something at the water block. Where would my stop have been? It would have been plenty to deal with all that, and then nice expansion. They took out the consolidation beforehand, so it doesn't really work. Oh, this is a shit day. Like this moved nothing, just pure consolidation. London through to into New York. That's so weird because it really does. Like I put honey on everything. It's like when people say that bacon makes everything better. You know, like bacon wrap this, bacon wrap that, bacon, 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 bacon. You know what I mean? Like I agree. If it's good bacon, hell yeah. I when I get like a pizza, like put hot honey on the pizza at the end. Like I don't care what kind of pizza it is, just put a bunch of hot honey on there and then add more Parmesan and I'm good. Delicious. Ugh, it's another gross day. Why? This day was even more gross. And with consolidations like this, you have to know there's gonna be a big ass drop afterwards, which they gave us here. Jeez. So rude. Ugh, this is a day I would avoid. Just no, just avoid it. It's not worth it. There's nothing to do. I mean, after I took out stuff, no real Fear Valley gaps. That's like the first one. You could have tried along from here, from that bottom. Your stop would have done decently. It wouldn't have moved enough. You'd have made a little something, something, but nothing too much with 3 micros. I would call this a trash day. Oh my goodness. Look at this view. Ah, see, when we have days like this, man, I love days. I'm finding that as I go through this process and I'm like looking at this stuff, look how obvious this is. Beautiful consolidation. We open, and these days don't come up very often when it's just like perfectly aligned like this. And we have that manipulation down at open. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then we just expand. Look at that expansion. It's just pew, 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 pew. Now, whether or not there's an entry here for us, I don't know. No fair value gap in here for me to exploit. Just the bullish one. Honestly, with this, I might have tried along. Um, I might have tried along at the body here. I wouldn't have gotten it. And then here, wouldn't have gotten it. And then once we sat here, I would have been worried they were gonna nip back down into this. So I wouldn't have gotten in here at all. Fascinating. I love honey. But this is beautiful. This is a beautiful combination of a day for, and it was extended consolidation too. So like you're waiting for them to just take off after that. All right, where are we? We're in June. Okay. So you can finish up June and then go eat. Wolfie, it's time. Let's finish up June and then we can go eat some delicious burgers and hot dogs. Do you find that you want to have like wings when you have like pizza, you know? And when you get some pizza, you want to also have wings, you know? Is that like a an American thing though? Like where you have like garlic knots and the pizza and then you got a wings too to make it like a nice combination. I don't know. But I find every time I think about wings, I want pizza. So this is just more of an expansion day. Very, very light on the expansion part. Not until the PM, because the AM here, they're just mucking about. They took them out at lunch, and then this was the only opportunity, really. Just pizza's enough? I don't know, man. It's like whenever I get the pizza, I gotta have like at least like 3 wings with it, like 3 small wings. They're really tiny, like proper wings, not the over bloated wings that aren't really wings. You know, it's not really food. Or like, ooh, when I get crab legs, I have to have corn with the crab legs. Corn. Maybe even a potato, you know? I love crab legs. Which is weird because I don't like seafood in general, but I love crab legs. And the other weird thing is I also love um oysters. But that was learned. I had a friend who was like, "Come on, you gotta try all these oysters. They're delicious." And she would put all the little stuff on it, and the lemon and the what's that white? Ugh, words, man. I need to work on my brain some days. I swear to God. Anyway, I the only seafood I like is crab and oysters. And I love food. Okay, not a big food eater, but I love food. Oh, okay. Well, look at this. Mm. Well, I mean, the meat is the same in the leg or the claw, so yum, you know? And The only reason why I like the legs is so I don't have to deal with the yellow poo. Because I'm a little weird about poo, but I can eat the whole crab, like, of course. Yum. Delicious crab, but I like the legs better because there's a nice big amount of meat in the legs and the claws, and then the joints in between. There's a nice big juicy pieces of meat in there. Speaking of which, the supermarket across the street is having a sale on crab legs, so I'm gonna get some later, steamed with a little Old Bay, with some corn. Delicious. Oh, this is a roughish kind of day. This is June 13th. Where is that in this? Oh, goodness. Look at that candle. That's what I was like. As soon as I saw the price action, this is kind of a roughish kind of day, isn't it? A little bit of butter. I don't know what it is about crab legs and butter. It kind of makes me nauseous. Like I cannot have a lot of butter. I don't even actually ever even dip it in butter at all. I leave that alone. Plus, I mean, you don't need I don't. I know a lot of people love to dip it in butter, and I do it every once in a while, and it's so tasty. But if I do it too much, it makes me nauseous. So this day we had the manipulation beforehand. I bet that was some kind of news candle, I guess. And then we had the expansion afterwards. This would have been hard to trade. It's a very hard day to trade. Very, very hard. Because if you're looking for some sort of continuation, in this fair value gap or this order block, you'd had it ass handed to you. And the only time you would have maybe gotten something is if you're expecting this fair value gap to fail. And why would you? I mean, this is saying, oh, we took out all this stuff, we're failing to go lower, and we've just, took out all the people who were trying to go short here. And then you just dropped, and they didn't give anybody a chance here. And then you just took out whatever. I would have been more comfortable if it taken out this low versus just stopping here. But it did stop inside of a fair value gap, so I don't know what to say about that. And this day was a very, very, very annoying sideways bullshit day. Great. After the news, big push up. Look at that consolidation of awfulness. Are we serious? I really feel bad for London, man. Do you trade London, Wolfie? Because as I'm going through this price action, London gets a really, really bad rap of price action most of the time. Jeez. And then this news hit, and it's like, woohoo! And then New York was just consolidation. Mean. This is a mean day, yo. Mean. After this push, you'll be looking for longs. Unless you'd probably been like, yeah, I want to go long. I'm gonna probably try something here. Then it just didn't move. You'd have gotten a little something, something, but not much. Oof, that consolidation was straight up for a while. Here's a lovely sort of day again. Consolidation ahead of open. Very nice. Okay, yeah. End of it, but while it's going, it's so crazy, right? Like I'm like, and I keep saying it over and over again. Like I feel bad for folks who are trading London. It just feels so mean for them. All that consolidation, and sometimes you get good moves, but I'm seeing a lot of consolidating in London. Jeez. Mm. After this, I might have been interested in along from here. Wouldn't have gotten it. Then I might have been looking at this guy once we busted above it. And then take along from the top of that puppy right there, which coincides with a tiny order block. And I would have gotten a nice move. Nice, juicy move that kept going. Beautiful. Very nice. These days are nice. And I would have gotten it. This would have been lunchtime. So I would have been able to catch this at in the PM. Nice. Try not to cough, man. Let's see. So didn't take London out. Didn't manipulate anything, not really. We just sort of expanded up. But just sort of expanded up for the day. And no real juicy entries. If I'd tried for here, assuming they hadn't taken out whatever highs they were aiming for, might have been looking for that. Would have been stopped out for sure. Yep. That's the only leg of interest there. Well, this is not terrible, but I would have been mildly confused and looking for shorts. I think in this scenario here, so we had consolidation prior to open, we had manipulation, and then we just sort of expanded upwards. The question is, would the expansion have been worth taking along? And is that scenario one where, once I see like some down close candle being disrespected, wait for an entry for that, and go and don't worry about, waiting for a big bullish push, which we got here, but then that got smacked in the face and then they ran up. So let's say we were, oh, there's no fair value gap in here. Haha, so nothing to do there. So let's say you were waiting for this to be disrespected or this one, then something from here to here, I would have still paid. Not great, but it would have paid. Kind of a trash day. Is it a small candle day? I feel like it's a small candle day. June 7th. Oh, yeah. Gross. And the day next to that is also gross. Just like a slow, weird drop down into, I'm going to call this a trash day. Because there's none of the follow through that I would have been looking for. Maybe this would have been the only place I would have tried a short. And as we can see, it just decided to go sideways. We didn't even get 30 handles out of that. What a pain. It's a trash day. Ooh, look at this. Just pure expansion day. So I'm learning that when we're in a pure expansion day, just keep looking for longs. And I'm noticing that the fair value gaps get formed initially when they push up. They sometimes don't come back down. They just keep going up. So gotta try something at the order block. Plenty of space for the stop. So would have been able to take it at the very top, tippy top of the order block with 3 micros. And that would have taken all day to pay like a ton. But would have paid. Ooh. This has to be a small day again. Because it's mainly just consolidation and then a move and then a V shape of nothingness. I don't like it. Wouldn't have traded it. More like the likelihood of me losing money on this day would have been much higher than normal. So if you're looking for shorts, this would have been a juicy, beautiful, beautiful day. That expansion. And then we had the consolidation in London. Again, London, I'm so sorry. You guys have a rough life. Some manipulation here And then plenty of opportunities for shorts. If that's what you're looking for, this is the 3rd of July. Ugh. I mean, with this run, you'd probably be looking for shorts. But this previous day, Candle of Awfulness might have said, would have probably said long to me. Because tapped into this, got rejected very hard. I would have been looking for longs and not gotten it. Damn. Oof. Look at that bowl. So we had, okay, I'm sorry, London. You guys are just dying, man. I'm trying to think what my favorite food is though. Do you have a favorite food, London? Wolfie? Is it burgers or do you love something else? Because I have a lot of favorites, I would say, but not one favorite. Like depending on the country where the food's coming from, I might have a favorite. Like I was just saying the other day that I miss having like a chicken shawarma, right? Oh, beautiful. I remember when I was much younger, I would get that. It was so good. So good. And then where are we at? 2 hour and a half hours. And then for Jamaican food, oh my God, I don't know if there's a favorite. It's all so good. Like oxtail, curry goat, curry chicken. I eat it all. I eat it all. Maybe maybe the jerk pork. I really love the jerk pork because I just love the fatty pieces. And I don't get it very often. Sorry, something's in my eye. And at least here in the States, it's sometimes hard. Okay, pizza? Okay, all right. I so in the States you have like Papa John's, Pizza Hut, um, what are some others? I don't know. I don't really order out pizza very much, but I do like and pizza because you get to pick your crust and what goes on the pizza, and I think it's like a really good deal. So yeah, I think you might like it. Although my partner says it's not real pizza if it's not trashy and oily and big. She doesn't talk like that. Um, for Asian food, oh God, so many different deliciousness. I love the Korean. So I think my favorites are for Asian food, it's gonna be um Thai food, Korean, Japanese. Chinese is really good, but they add a lot of things I'm not a huge fan of. But so when you find like a proper place that um makes it the way that the Chinese make it, it's so good. Oh, you make your pizza from scratch? Well done. Well done. We we get like do you also make the crust from scratch too, Wolfie? Because I was just buy the crust. Um I don't make pizza. I'll bake a bread though. Like I'll make hard dough bread. Let me see, do I have a picture? I'll make hard dough bread. So last year I realized that I hadn't baked like at all. Like I hadn't baked no bread. It's like here's a pic of the bread that I baked. This is so it's like a oop. Oh. So this is like hard dough bread. So I made that. I love it. It's very dense. When I was growing up as a kid, in Jamaica, like you have bakeries everywhere, right? Like making delicious freshly baked bread. So I get a hardo bread and like for the first week you're just eating the bread by itself. It doesn't need anything. It's beautiful, it's delicious, it's a little sweet, it's soft, it's just perfect. And then a week later you can start putting like butter on it if you want. If you want to put like smash some avocado with a little salt between the bread, smash it and eat it. Oh, so good. So good. Ah, I love it. Oh my goodness, I love it so much. So I couldn't find like a bread that I really, really liked here. So I started baking my own. I found a recipe that I like. It's not perfect, and it obviously does not taste as amazing as what you get from the bakery. Because trust me, when you go to Jamaica, go to a bakery, get a loaf of hard dough bread. It will change your life. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The pre-crusted like so we get the already pre-made crust, yeah, and just add toppings. I think it's pretty tasty. It's pretty tasty. I love it. When you get some good bread, it's so good. Ah, it's another trash day, man. Just consolidation all day. Boo. That's the open. So it would have been a down day all the whole day. A little move back up and then down again. So you've been looking for some kind of, short confirmation. Hmm. Ah, this is also a kind of shitty ass day. Let's see, can we get anything out of this? We had some consolidation right here. And then we had a little bit of manipulation at open to take out the consolidation. Yeah, this would have been a hard day to trade too. You're looking for shorts and then constantly getting stopped out every time you think you see a short. This would have been the first potential, but you'd have had to take it from here and then hope for the best. I would not have bothered with this day. I don't think. Mm. Now here's another day that's just basically expansion. Didn't even bother to take the consolidation out. Like, I don't like these days. Like, you don't, they don't give you a lot of opportunity sometimes to get in. And you just spent the whole day waiting for them. I guess the only real option would have been if they busted above this and then take an entry here, but probably wouldn't even have gotten in. Look at all that consolidation in London. Yeah. And then, well, here's quite. So for this one, we just had what is essentially a little bit of a retracement into this fair value gap here, and then no real opportunities to get in. Dang, that's a mean day, man. You might have tried a YOLO with one micro at some point and hope for the best. Days like that, man, they don't follow any kind of like script. The script is just up or down, and that's it. Oh, we're into May. I said we would finish up June and go find some food. All right, Wolfie. I think that's gonna be it for now. Let's get big. I have something for let's get tiny, but then I don't have something for let's get big. And guess what? I'm not gonna remember that. I did that next time. So I think that was a good session. Almost 3 hours, 2 hours 43. Time to make some brekkie slash lunch. I guess that's brunch. I think it's gonna be hot dogs. I'm probably gonna have two hot dogs and a salad. And then later I'm gonna get crab legs, steamed crab legs. And let's get cooking. Yes, Wolfie, let's get to cooking. Also, the kitties have abandoned me, so I am going to go get cooking, eat some food, and then maybe I'm gonna try a little gaming, you know? I'm gonna try and see if I can actually no, Ash is gaming. So I am going to I need to watch Avatar The Way of Water because I want to go to the movies tomorrow and watch Fire and Ice. Fire and Ash. Keep saying Fire and Ice. Fire and Ice. All right, y'all. Thanks, Wolfie, for hanging out with me for so long and chatting and um fooding, because fooding is where it's at. You know, I love the fooding aspect of talking, and I'm excited to have some crab legs later. I might go get them from. I'm gonna go get them early, and then I can just warm them up later when I'm ready for the fooding. All right, Wolfie, enjoy the rest of the day. DJ's gonna like bug out now. It's time for the num num. I'm gonna try and melt some cheese on the hot dog, Wolfie. I'm gonna figure out how to do it. I don't know how though, because they're little tiny squares, you know. Cause I, eh. Peace, peace, Wolfie, peace. All right, later.